Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is May of 2023. Thank you for coming back to the channel. If you're watching this video, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button, and make sure you hit that notification bell. You'll be up to date on all the content that I drop. This is going to be an update to my fish room, total fish room. I'm going to stop by each tank, show you what I got going on with it. If there's nothing in it, let you know what the prediction and the future is for that tank. I have a total of 18 tanks. But stick around for the whole video so you can see all the tanks. Let's get started. So we're starting inside the fish room today, the second part of my fish room, which people don't normally see. And you're looking at the 180 Piranha, red belly Piranha tank. And this is 7 feet long, 2 feet wide, and about 28 inches high. I forget exactly. I have 11 beautiful piranhas in here, and they're giving you a good run back and forth. The conditions of this tank has changed drastically. The jungle vow has flourished with the blasting sand, which I'm amazed by. They do a lot of eating and messy. It just gets really messy. I have 1, 2, 3 canister filters on there with the wave maker. But yeah, this is my 180 gallon red belly piranha tank. All the fish look very good. Moving on. Okay, right next to it is my 90 gallon tank, which currently has no occupants in it. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna put in here. It could be angels, it could be goldfish, it could be something else, but it is gonna be another breed specific tank. I'm gonna leave this 90 gallon alone. I'm gonna turn this light off and we're gonna turn around. And what you're looking at right here is the 210 gallon tank, which gets a lot of attention via my shorts on YouTube, because no one really knows the exact size of the tank, and they always state that it is too small for, let alone 3 Oscars, but the amount of fish that are in there now. And we'll go across and look at each fish, and I'll give you a quick run by on each one. That is a tiger Oscar, which I have rescued from a friend I work with. He was basically dead when I got him, and now he's kind of like the tank boss. But he said go. He does a little bit of beating up, but a little bit of chasing, but most of the time very chill. That's my other tiger Oscar, which I raised from about 2.5 inches, and sometimes can be a little bossy, but not as much. Has bit my finger before accidentally, but really chill Oscar overall. There's my other Oscar. That is the long fin veal tail camo Oscar. So he has been through a couple beatings from that one, but is doing very well right now. Very beautiful. Now that he has that size now, the fights get lesser and lesser, but doing very well, real laid back. Can be a bully, but most of the time, not in this tank. Okay, that is my Vieja cichlid, which I also had at about 3 inches, and now is about 6, maybe 7 inches now. Very beautiful. Can be aggressive to certain fish. As when we get later into the video, I will show you the fish that he actually put a beating on, but very beautiful with the colors as you watch them glide across the tank. I also have a various number of serums. The gold serum is very, very special to me. Eats spiders for all the time. I could put a spider in there anytime, he will tear it up. And then I have some turquoise and mouth brooding as well. They're all came at the same size, as about 1 inch to 2 inches, and they are beautiful now. Very beautiful, big in size. That's my little baby convict. Everyone thought that that was gonna get eaten in here with these giants, but holds its own, never a problem. Silver dollars. I have 2 of them in here. Had them both when they were very little babies, and they have grown to a beautiful size. I believe they are a pair. I may one day decide to breed them. We'll see. There's my Syndontis catfish I've also had for a long time. Very, very, very chill, but will eat anything that's down there on the bottom. Does a lot of cleanup. I also have a Senegal Bisher, which I got from Ohio Fish Rescue. Had a pair. The one jumped out the tank and did not make it, but this one is very interesting and has a lot of personality, does a lot of swimming around, and I love watching it eat. If you check my shorts, I always catch them trying to eat stuff that's too big for them. We'll go right here to a beautiful color. That is my electric blue Texas cichlid. Has had that since it was a little baby. I believe he was the one that murdered the green Texas. And he's the survivor. Very beautiful fish. I love the colors. Gonna get almost 12 inches. So will be a boss. Helps keep the Vieja in check, actually. That's it. That rounds out this tank. This is the 210 tank, and it is doing very well. I actually have Pothos growing from the top, which look very healthy, looking very good. It's actually been expanding. I'm trying to get that one to grow. But yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh, yep, fun. Now, this is my 30-gallon long stand, which is the stackable one, so they're both 30-gallon long. There is nothing in both of these. I may be using this for my axolotl tanks where the babies start growing up. These 2 are empty, nothing in it. Projects vary, so I can't really give you a definite. The other part of my fish room where we will first look at 55-gallon planted axolotl tank. And you are blessed to get a chance to catch them both out. That is Paprika and that is Pepper in the back. Pepper in the back, I believe, is the female. Paprika is a male. And you also get a sight at Parmesan, which is a albino axolotl. Beautiful setup. King's Castle, they always hide in there all the time. A lot of jungle vile and also pothos, which is beautiful. Look at this. Amazing pothos. And I'm only using one light, brought to you by Higer. One light is keeping this looking amazing, and it's growing. You can see the root is just super long. This crew has actually made babies for me, and I'm going to show you the babies right now. This is the 55-gallon baby axolotl tank. These guys are priced to sell right now. They are being held. When they have all their limbs, they are ready to go, as long as they're eating more than brine shrimp, which these guys have ate fish food and bloodworms as well. But there are different stages of their growth in here. There's probably a good 20 in here right now, but there were 100. But yeah, there's different types of colors in here and variances. And yeah, they're doing very well. I do water changes on this every day. I feed them almost twice a day. That's the brine shrimp floating around there. And they just go nuts for it every time. You should see when I come in and do water changes. As soon as I put the hose in the water, they get up because they know they're gonna get fed right after the cleaning. But this is the later stage of having them for a couple months. Let's go to where they start out at. Ooh, hello. These are my little breeding station for my axolotls. I have 5 tanks here. They're all 10 gallons. This is where I move the eggs once I see them. Once I see the eggs, I move them over here, and there are a massive amount of them. I hope I'm giving you a good view of them. Actually, looking above the water is good too. But yes, here we go. Countless numbers. I'm using a little duckweed. I'm using a little bit of the duckweed to help with the nitrates in case they get messy. Look at that. All over the place. Excuse the sound, because that's the air. That's the aerator over there. That's what's pumping all air through all these tanks. There's like close to 300 over here. Easy. And yes, I'm always making fresh brine shrimp all the time. And I also purchased it too. Okay, so that's the breeding program over here. It's been running really well. Here, part of the other breeding program. This is my 29 tall fancy tail guppy breeding tank, okay? And there are a ton of babies in here. I'm telling you, there's a ton of babies in here. I'm gonna show you, there is a female, 2 females, there's the male. I have 2 corridors in there, 2 albino bristlenose plecos in here. I have tons and tons of different life stages of babies. You can see smaller ones, you can see the bigger ones. These are all gonna be for sale. But yes, and all the plants in here are brought to you by Dustin's Fish Tanks, except the Java Fern, the Jungle Vow, I'm sorry. Everything but the Jungle Vow was from Dustin's Fish Tanks. And you can see the plants look amazing in here. That's why I don't wanna move them out. Beautiful tank. No babies went in there until I put those plants in there, which is so amazing. Yeah, they're greedy. They just eat all day. But I love it. It's beautiful. All right, moving on. Now this tank, you guys just seen in a previous video. This is my 55 gallon. I had everything in here that was in the 90 gallon that I showed you earlier for this. So now you're seeing where they all are in here. As you can see, I got a nice little school of tiger bars. There's 6. There are some glow-in-the-dark tetras right there. Group of swordtails. There should be 5 in there. Everyone loves to hide. Beautiful cherry barb is flourishing in this color with this light. Beautiful fluval light running this. It's running off a Cetrum 110 in a sponge filter. I have multiple corridors in here. There's also a vampire shrimp in here as well. And there's a vampire shrimp right there. My daughter kept thinking it was gone. It just shed its shell, looks very nice. There's also bristlenose plecos in here, red eye tetras and green tetras. And I think I'm missing one. The gouramis. There's 2 gouramis. Freaking frack in here. My daughter helped scape it. She played a very vital part in doing that, which it looks amazing, don't get me wrong. We have a lot of plants in here and it's gonna help with the nitrates. I haven't even done a water change on it since I've done the tank. You already seen the video of us doing this tank. Let's get to the last tank that has water in it. Pow. All right, folks. This is the last tank that officially has water. All the other tanks that I will show you have no water in it. So let's get to it. This is the 150 gallon, okay? It houses a variety of fish. I'm telling you, there are South American cichlids in here. There are African cichlids in here. There were Madagascar cichlids in here. You know what I mean? So they're from every different area that you could think of, which just makes it just amazing. So let's start from the left to the right. The most recent fish that I purchased are the orange severum, and there is a starry night cichlid back there. Very beautiful, has grown significantly since he's been with me. We also have a Vieja cichlid, which I purchased, which is the baby version of the other one in the 210, growing really fast. That is an African cichlid back down there from Lake Tanganyika. I don't know the exact name of it, so I'm not gonna try to kill it, try to kill the name. Very beautiful though, love the color. I also have a white parrot, beautiful white parrot, lots of personality, so goofy. I have 5 of those. That's a Geophega sveni. They are very beautiful. You can see on the color of them. We have 2 blood parrots, Ine and Mene. They are a pair, which I might think about breeding. That is another African cichlid. That is a Mbuna or a Hap. I don't know for sure, but it has grown significantly. One of my really good friends said it was very aggressive in his tank. Don't know nothing about it over here. Okay, I also have a gold serum, one of the other gold serums that was brought in with the other ones that I showed you. And there is a other, I think that's either an orange shoulder or a I know it's a several. I can't remember what one it is though. But we also have shell dwellers in there. You can see his head sticking out. Lake Tanganyika shell dwellers. We have 6 or 5 silver dollars in here, regular silver dollars. And then I have 2 spotted silver dollars in here as well. They're right there. Slow growing, very slow growing, but still here and still looking good. We have 2 convicts in here, not a pair, so there's no baby making over here, which is good. I have a beautiful red spotted Severin, which is starting to grow a lot faster and looking really good. And the star of the show is my albino Oscar. He is the one that took a beating from the VA cichlid. He has a permanent scar on his left side. If he turns, maybe he'll turn. Yep, right there. He's just being annoying. But yeah, got him back in here after quarantine and he is ready to go. All right, and the last and final 2 of the tank, 3 actually. This is a Black Widow Frontosa. Sold this to me for super cheap. I've searched on the internet for prices on these guys and they are outrageously expensive, even at a much smaller size. That size right there, you could get a good $100 off of that fish. Right here is my Jack Dempsey, if the Geofaga would move. That is my beautiful Jack Dempsey. It goes in the multiple colors. It has claimed this territory up under this driftwood. And that's what he loves. Right next to it, I have a Selfin Pleco, which is almost 12 inches long. It is close, very close to being a foot long. Beautiful. Love the color of that, the Selfin, and always amazing. I also have two bristlenose plecos. One's like a spotted polka dot one, and the other's just a regular traditional bristlenose. For some reason, the South American cichlids can't stand having these shells in this tank, and they just dig and dig and dig for some reason. It's outrageous. But there you have it. I hope that was enough to give you the info. This is my 150 South American / African / Madagascar. What's running this? We got an FX6 running, and we have a Sun 3000, HW3000 running this. We got a good timer on the light here. It's like beams work, 6 foot long. I have a wave maker in there with it. And the tank is crystal clear. I make sure I do very good water changes on this tank because you can get a lot of waste from feeding these guys. And I love it. Peaceful, minor chasing. Aggression has been at a minimum in my tanks. All right, let's move on. Here is the very first tank I'm gonna show you with no water in it. This is my 75-gallon tank. It has a stand brought to you by my buddy, 2-Time Aquatics. He's an Instagrammer. I will put his link in the description so you can check his channel out because he will make you a stand and he hooks it up. Very beautiful. That's right above my Guppy tank. So big plans for this. My daughter and myself are working on the escape for this. I'm gonna leave it at that. You are looking at my 120-gallon stand. So it actually has a sump inside with a skimmer and all kind of supplies in here for me to run this sump. Of course, there is the tank right here. This is a 120-gallon tank right here. Very nice, already resealed and ready to go with the overflow. All I need is the plumbing. After I get the plumbing, we are ready to run. This is gonna be a saltwater tank. I'm not gonna tell you what's going in it. Stay tuned. I'm not gonna tell you when it's gonna happen. And last, the monster, the Goliath, the 225-gallon. Beautiful dual overflow. It's like a reef tank. It was meant for saltwater. It was meant for saltwater. Look at the lighting system. All those hookup. That was all homemade by the person I purchased it off. The stand is super strong and sturdy. There are lighting up top. See the lights up there? Very nice. I'll tell you what the theme for this tank is. It's not breed specific, but it is location specific. It's gonna be somewhere from Africa. I'm gonna leave it there because if you have been watching my videos, you know what is gonna be on in here. And if you don't watch my videos, you need to go back and check and see what's going on with this. I did a whole live stream about what's going in this tank. I'm just gonna tell you it's from Africa. All right, 18 tanks. in a matter of 20 minutes. Pretty good. So once again, I want to thank you guys for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed the tour. It's been a long time since the end of 2022 tour that I made. You should go back and watch that video. I'll put a card up here so you can check that out, and so you can see the progress that's been made since then. Do me a favor, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Continue to watch the videos. I thank you for all the support that you've given me, and I hope you continue to do so. I'm going to continue putting in work to put these videos out so you can get a little taste of what I experience in my fish room from day to day. Just so you know, there'll be 2 videos, here and here. Pick one of those videos, stick them around, and watch more of my content. If you ain't reaching for the stars, why are you reaching? I'm out.